Hey, what's up, everybody? Pat here, grateful recovering alcoholic and addict, just like every day, my friends. Guys, please don't forget to subscribe, give the video a like, leave me a comment, and share it with somebody that might get something out of it. Other than that, let's get into it. How we all doing today, guys? Guys, we had a good video today. I love the topic for today, and just been, guys, every day lately. You know what? I've granted I made it intentional to become very positive in my life, to count my blessings, to help other people, to step up and be the best version of me possible. Guys, I am constantly amazed at the results that I'm getting. And I'm not talking about, yes, my external life is starting to catch up, and I'm being received incredibly well everywhere I go. Like, people are excited to see me today. I go out of my way to uplift people's days. Like, I go out of my way. I'll give you just a little example, guys. I'm working with guys at a project over in Roxbury, all sorts of, button up things for the sale. People come in, they want this, that, the other. Fine, right? So, little things I'd never do before, guys. I was always off running around on my own, trying to hide this, that, and I check with everybody before I go to the Home Depot to see if somebody needs something. So often, guys are like, carpenters short one tube of Loctite, liquid nail adhesive, or somebody short two pieces of roofing, or whatever. So I'm already heading that way. I stop and I spend 10 minutes to find out what they need. I go grab it for them, and I come back. I save those guys hours. Then they go back and report to the owner, Doug, my good friend. Oh my God, Pat comes out of his way if he's got to go and make sure everybody. It's about being efficient, right? And I'm just doing it to be nice. But all of a sudden, it's coming back, and I'm getting accolades, and I'm being offered more positions because of the things that I'm doing, guys. Sometimes the simplest behaviors make the biggest difference, and it's just about being intentional and just trying to be a good person, trying to look out for other people, trying to understand that other people are in the same situation you are. We get X amount we got to get done, and when you run into a snafu, traffic these days is brutal. I'm only going to the Home Depot a half hour down the road, half mile down the road, but it's an hour by the time you go there, drive there and then get back with the traffic. So I'm saving these guys hours, right? And just, making everything go smoother. That's just a little example because I'm doing little things, and it's not any one little thing, guys. But it's when you look at life like that in every situation, you start doing it. These things start to add up everywhere. And all of a sudden, it's your name that's being brought up day in, day out. And that's what Doug told me the other day. He goes, Pat, you don't understand. He goes, I must get 10 phone calls every single day about somebody that's thrilled with something that you did. He's like, it is so encouraging. He's like, you know what? Yeah, I won't even get into that. That's personal. But anyway, so guys, the just for today NA meditation, and again, this is why this is such a good video, guys. I can't believe, and again, it's funny how I started doing these earlier on. I'd like to share stuff with you guys. I started looking into these for topics for videos early on, and I had a whole season, a whole month or two where they just didn't apply. And then all of a sudden, lately, I've looked at it again, and every day they seem to apply more and more every day, and I absolutely love them. Today, this is a big one, guys, and if you can be, don't be put off at the prayer part of it. Just it's the honest part, and it's titled "Honest Prayer." And it goes on to say, although honesty is difficult to practice, it is most rewarding. How difficult we find it to be honest. Many of us come into recovery as confused about what really happened in our lives, or so confused about what really happened in our lives that it sometimes takes months and years to sort it out. The truth of our history is not always as we have told it. Guys, that is so incredibly true for me. That was one of the things that bothered me. And I hate to say that, but I can say that now because I'm on the other side of it. That was one thing, guys. Like, I never told any true story, guys. The base of it was always true, but it was always tailoring it to hide something or to make me look okay here so I didn't look so bad there. I always had to play an angle on just telling a simple story. I would have to hide something because I couldn't say, oh, I was on my way to the drug. You know what I mean? Like, there was always something I was doing. I just couldn't be straight up. And that's why I'm so incredibly straight up today, guys. I save so much energy in just being upfront and honest. And that's the thing, guys. I'm not doing anything I'm ashamed of. I'm actually incredibly proud. I turn some heads with some of these people that I meet, and they're like, "Wow, you're so incredibly open." Because people, somebody will say something about, "Hey, how's YouTube going?" So, "Oh, you're on YouTube," and they're like, "What are you doing?" Well, I post recovery-based videos every day. I'm a recovering drug addict, and I'm doing really well, and I want to encourage others. And people are shocked about how open I am and how vulnerable I am with it. Because, guys, I'm not ashamed of it. I'm incredibly proud of what I've come through because of what I'm doing. But if I wasn't doing what I'm doing, I wouldn't be proud of where I've come from. Do you understand what I'm saying? And that's the thing today, guys. Honesty is huge, and I get it. And that's why it was so big for me, guys. I literally had changed my stories to fit the situation so many times. I honestly, I had to stop and think what the actual. Back in the day, I had no idea. I wouldn't stop to think. I would just tailor it to fit the situation. And God forbid somebody asked me again. I probably told the same people 7 different stories about the same thing, and I must have looked like an idiot. You know what I mean? You wonder why you don't have credibility at the time. Today, that's not the case. Today, and here's the thing, guys. A big part of why my life is going so well is because of my willingness to be honest, right? And again, it started. And here's the other thing it taught me, guys. Back when I used to say I didn't believe in God, I wouldn't pray and lie. I was terrified to pray because I knew. I think what it was is back. God, this is gonna be back in the early '90s. I prayed one night because I just got out of college and I got an OUI that wasn't legit. And that's true, it wasn't legit. I had like 2 beers, but then again, I was underage, so I guess it was legit. There you go. See, I'm still figuring shit out. But I wasn't charged by the police officer at the scene with OUI. The booking officer charged me on release, so I never got to take an OUI breathalyzer. It was really pretty crooked, but then again, I was underage and I had had a drink, so technically it was an OUI. So I was terrified, guys. I'm like, oh my God, I already had 2. That was my 3rd OUI. I'm like, I knew I was going to be looking at prison time on that. I just got out of college. I started working at the dealership. And I was so heartbroken. And I was on the run, and I had warrants out, and the cops had, they would basically, I was sat in a circle of the drain, guys. I felt like coming to a close. So I said a prayer one night. I'm like, God, just please get me out of this one. Please get me out of this one. And the next day, the police kicked in my door and arrested me. And I'm like, you know what? I'm sitting in the police station. I'm like, well, that was the only eventuality. You can't make an arrest for a jailable offense go away. And I realized that then and there, just the power of prayer. And this is back 20, 30 years ago. Yeah, over 30 years ago. And from that day on, I was always terrified, guys. I would never pray for help when I was doing something wrong because I was afraid it would come in the ways that I didn't want it, but the only way it could. So I always believed in the power of prayer. But I never considered it again. I just knew I would shy away from it. I'm not asking God for help when I'm doing something wrong because He's going to give me the help that I need, and I'm not ready for it. And this time I was. I asked God for the help that I needed, and He did. And when I wouldn't get up off my ass and go to rehab, and I thought I could detox my own, almost died. He made sure somebody made sure the police kicked in my door and fire department kicked in my door, and they dragged me out of there and dragged me to the hospital. And thank God they did. I may not have made it had they not. I was pretty close. But that not being the point. My point being, guys, honest prayer, right? So oftentimes in life, guys, there's things we're not proud of, so we start to hide them and we change our stories to tailor, and then that just creates this big snowball, And then the thing is, guys, you that can just build and build and build for years. And one thing I consider myself blessed in, people are like, oh man, the shit you've been through. The beauty of sometimes, guys, the beauty of having everything burned to the ground is you can let go of all the bullshit you've been carrying. And that's what I've been able to do. I finally said, that's it. I'm dropping it all. No more pretenses, no more stories, not hiding a fucking thing from anybody. Take me or leave me. Here I am. I'm going to do the best I can to be the best person I can. And I do that for God and I do that for myself. I don't do that for anybody else's benefit. I do that because I want to love me. I want to finally like me enough that I actually pay attention to me. And cater to my own needs because I never did, and that's why I fell to the wayside so many times. I realized just how important it was for me to actually cater to my own needs because I'd neglected myself so terribly for so long that I didn't even, I barely existed. I existed to serve other people, but my life had no meaning. And it's just starting to die, guys. I'm so incredibly encouraged, guys, because I came from so much shit. But I still have so much to fill up. I still have so much to do. I have no idea what I'm going to do with the nice warm nights coming up at night. I got to get out of my house. I can't just sit here and research every night of the week. I got to go start living my life. I had to get my Harley into the garage and get the thing running so I can go out and take my bike for a ride. Another thing, I have the resources, I have the abilities, so I got a lot of great ideas, but it's time to start doing them. And this is only possible because I allowed things to be burned to the ground. I was willing to let everything go and become completely honest. And it did start with honest prayer. That prayer I said that first night was absolutely honest and from my heart. God, please let me walk in your light. Please show me your path for me. I know where I'm at is not right. This is not what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't know how to get to where I need to be. I don't know where I need to be. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Please help me. And guys, he has. Look where I'm at today. I mean, that was back in like October, say, give or take, September, October of last year. I mean, dude, I was, and I'm so happy with where I am today, guys. I'm proud of what I'm doing, right? I mean, I don't have a huge audience here, but I have an audience. I know I'm making a difference. I get comments from people. I get, people that I help on the street constantly. It's amazing when I go see, everywhere I go, basically no matter where I go, guys, everywhere I go, this, and again, it's feedback from every direction. I'm not going to sit there and start listening off because it just sounds braggart, and I don't like to be that way. It is the underlying point of it, guys. When you do things for yourself, when you do things for your higher power, when you do things because they are the right thing to do, excuse me, and you, still getting used to the teeth, but look how much better I'm talking, guys, in no time at all. I'm so happy to not have my sunken in face, to have teeth. I love it, guys. And it's because I've been consistent, and I got rid of all the bullshit, and I got rid of all the stories, and I got rid of all the he said, she said, hide this from this person, this. I allowed it all to burn to the ground, and I started fresh. And anybody can, guys, never be afraid to let go of the bullshit you're carrying. And understand that when you put that down, you can just pick up something good and run with it. Don't be afraid to reinvent yourself. I've done it so many times. But here's the thing, guys. Now that I've done it in God, now that I've done it in service, now that I've done it in 100% authenticity, I never have to do it again. Because for the first time in my life, I love the person I'm becoming. I love the life that I'm building. I love engaging with my world on a daily basis. Everywhere I go, I'm received so incredibly well. And the opportunities are just starting. I've only been going at this for a few months now, guys. People are just starting to take notice of the fact that I'm here. And every day it gets better and better. I'm getting calls, referrals, I'm getting opportunities, one after the other, and it's absolutely amazing. But it's all because I got honest and I started to pray. So honest prayer, guys. The affirmation, I'm sorry, guys, trying to get back to it. The affirmation for today, the last part of the paragraph was, many of us find that it's easy to be honest in prayer. And I was trying to get to that by the fact that I was terrified of prayer, because when I prayed, I got what I asked for in the harshest of ways, but the only way it could come. So, we understand the importance of being honest with God, right? I think most of us do. I don't think, I can't imagine anybody that's going to pray and going to bullshit in it. I mean, clearly God sees all. I hope you all agree with that. That being said, we have to be honest with God. You got to stop being honest with yourself. You deserve honesty. You deserve the best, guys. You can't fix a tire with a lie. You know what I'm saying? You can't fix anything with a lie. You might band-aid something, and sometimes I can see a little white lie to get you through a situation, but at the end of the day, if you really want to make changes in your life, and you really want to live a life that's worth anything, that's going to expand, the fastest way to get there, guys, is to start telling the truth to yourself and to everybody around you. Guys, understand that every time you release something negative, you make room for something positive. And by releasing all my lies, all my negativity, all my bullshit, all my crooked needs, my addiction, my codependency, my PTSD, by letting that stuff go, I'm making room for all this beautiful expansion, guys. My business is thriving. I'm loving the classes I'm taking. I'm loving the person that I'm becoming. The material things are there. And honestly, guys, I could go out and buy anything I want right now. And I don't. What I want is to buy rental properties. Because now and that's the thing, guys. My whole life, I was like, oh, it's the only, but. Guys, suddenly, literally, I had a conversation with my friend this morning, Doug, this morning. And he's literally coming back out of retirement because of everything that I'm doing. He goes, man, if you were where you were 5 years ago, I would have never left the state. We would just be building. He has made it his personal goal to make me a millionaire in the next 3 years because I'm working so hard and I'm doing so many good things, and he just wants somebody else to do what he did. Guys, who gets that kind of an opportunity? This guy's not bullshitting me. This guy started out with $50,000 from selling his bar, and he's now worth $18 million. And he did that in 10 years of flipping real estate. He knows what it's doing. And I'm getting the opportunity to be his protege, and I've already saved the money. I already have the cash sitting in the bank to put down as the down deposit on the next property that we're going to buy. We have 7 closings coming up from the 11th to the 25th of June. And as soon as he recoups some money from all those closings, I'm going to go buy a property. I'm going to be the general contractor. I'm going to make a percentage of the construction. So say we buy a 3-family. It costs on average about $250,000 per unit to to remodel them. And it's a 3-family, so I'm going to make $75,000. I'll get 10% of the $750,000 construction cost for running the job. And all I got to do is be there in the morning, be there in the afternoon, answer phone calls, and direct people all day long while I'm out doing my other work. Yes, it's going to be more taxing. But guys, it's a $75,000 bonus, just that. Never mind, I'm buying in on the property, so I'm going to have a percentage of the down payment, depending on what, say we have to put down 100,000. I'm going to give 20 grand, so I'm going to own 20% of the property. So I'm going to get 20% of the profit on top of it when we sell it all. And that's, and then I'm going to turn around and do that again. All these things are happening because of the stuff that I'm doing, guys. And again, I'm not saying any of this to brag, guys. I'm just trying to encourage you. These are the things, guys. 6 months ago, I was looking at being homeless. I couldn't even maintain a job. I was not showing up for days on end because I wouldn't sleep for 14, 15 days. My life was all revolved around drugs. Nobody wanted anything to do with me. Now people are lining up to collaborate and allow me to buy in on their investment properties, to be the head of the job, and to make that kind of money. These are the things that happen when you find your higher power, when you invest in yourself, when you challenge yourself to be the best version you can, and then you make a difference in every interaction you make. Guys, I'm not kidding. I literally do this every day, non-stop. Like, my name is coming up left and right, boom, 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 and it's gotten to the point where it's almost comical. But I keep doing it because I love the person that I'm becoming doing it. I'm doing all this for me. Everybody keeps saying, like, man, where do you get the energy? I do it because I love what I'm doing. You have the energy when it's your passion. Like, rebuilding my life has become the most encouraging thing, because the more I rebuild my life, the more I can show others they're capable of rebuilding theirs. And that is the most amazing thing to me. It takes all the shame out of everything. Guys, I've literally cracked the code on getting rid of guilt, shame, remorse for what you did in the past. You know what I mean? Like, there's a way to fix everything if you're willing to do the work, be intentional, be faithful, find your higher power, give reverence, give thanks, be grateful for your blessings. This is the way that I live my life today, guys. I go to the gym every day. Like, guys, I was 140 pounds. I literally was seeing somebody that was far away, and she would ask me to send her a picture every day. And I used to scroll through my phone and find old pictures because I couldn't stand. I was horrified, disgusted by the way that I look. Now I'm on camera and I'm like, wow, like I've come so far. I mean, I'm not a GQ model. I'm not a spring chicken. But for where I'm coming from, like, I love the difference that I'm making, guys. I go to the gym and I shock people. I got people nodding. Like, and again, it's not about the attention, but at the same time, you can't not appreciate the attention when it comes like that, guys. It just feels good. Now, you don't rub it in anybody else's face. You don't wave it over anybody else, and you never use it to make anybody else feel bad. You just show people, listen, you can do this too. Let me show you how I've done it. Let me help you do it as well. And then it's all good. It's all positive. Guys, it's starting to get a little bit long, but it's just a hugely important topic to me, guys. This video is something I'm proud of, and my life is something I'm proud of. My honesty, the level of honesty I have today is something I never knew existed, and it means everything to me. Guys, you guys mean everything to me. You are the reason I do this channel. You are the reason I stepped up my life. And therefore, you are the reason my life is so incredibly, beautifully blessed today. So I thank you so much. When I tell you every day that I love you, I mean that. We are all family, and that's literally how I see everybody. Everybody in this world is a distant brother of mine. I love each and every one of you. God loves you. I love you. If nobody else has told you that today, then I have. And I mean that from my heart, guys. I love each and every one of you. The fact that you're willing to take the time out of your day to listen to me and to spend it with me means the absolute world to me. What would mean even more to me was if you'd step it up and use it in your life and come back and tell me that it's helped you, and then just show me how much you're enjoying the results of it, and so I can share the joy that I have, because I know I keep what I have by giving it away. Guys, I love you. I love you all so much. Guys, be blessed. God loves you. I love you. Thank you so much. We'll see you in the next one.